Guys, good morning. Going up to the Sierras deer season 2023, and the first thing I found out this morning, I said, let me start making a video on the road. I'm already. I drove at night, and then I went to a truck stop, and I slept overnight because that road I'm going up to, it's a little bit dangerous at night, so I like to go in the daytime. So I'm already in over 200 miles. And the first thing I found out is that I went to look for my Sony camera that has the screen, and I can see exactly what I'm videoing, and if I'm in the frame. I left the memory card on top of the computer, so no recording with that one. So I got the little GoPro, which is a little limited as far as time. The memory card it's a good size, but the battery dies within 40 minutes or so. So I got an extra battery and I got a charger, so I have to keep cycling. All right, so I'm going through. I'm on my way up to Lake Isabella, and this is going through east side of Bakersfield. It's already, you see, they already built in the distance all that area. So what they do is they built from the out end towards the road, and then one day, without noticing, boom, there's a new neighborhood right next to the road. So, all right, just went through a roadblock. The left lane collapsed a little bit. Well, actually it sunk, I saw it, because the river is so high that it's undermining the road now, and the funnel is down to one lane. So the same thing's gonna happen on the way out, because there's been so much water coming down the mountains, the snow. It's raging. It's really high, and it's going to get higher because the water keeps coming. So you damn if you don't have water, and you damn if you do. They said they tried putting some barrels, and it didn't work. And I'm going, barrels? They need to put caissons, pour concrete, but that's going to be hard. They're going to have to divert the river and push it out a little bit so they can do that job and reinforce that piece of road. It's about 50 yards or so. All right, here's another view of the canyon. It's beautiful, but it's dangerous. Well, I just pulled over, let some cars pass, and this thing is in the middle of the road. How did it get here? It's a big ass branch. So I said, all right, let me move it. Some good firewood. I don't know where that came from, because that's not pine. That's pine, that's pine, that's green, and that's pine, and it landed in the middle. They must have had a windstorm or something. There's Big Blanco. All right, I did my good deed for the day. Okay. Well, I'm driving up the road and I see this huge wall of rock in front of me. I'm talking, I didn't have a chance to grab the camera because there are people behind me, but this is the wall on this side, is the reservoir. that is pretty full. I was here last year, and you can see some islands in the distance. The water was it was coming up because of all the rain and the snow melt. And this is the following year, and this is pretty high. And that's a pretty good job they did there. Pretty good job. That thing has another 40 feet, 50 feet of height before it goes into critical. You know, they have an overflow on the other side there. So onwards and upwards. Later. Okay, so now we're coming into the Sierras. And just past the sign that said road not maintained, drive at your own risk. And I said, what do you mean not maintained? What the hell we pay taxes for? Is all the money going to Ukraine now? No road money? With all the gas taxes we're paying in this freaking state, over $1.20, I think it is, per gallon just for taxes, road tax, and the road is not maintained. Look, there's an avalanche right there, and they don't pick it up. They just put cones around it. Big boulder came down. They gotta grab that and push it over the side. There's no road down there. And I saw a couple of edge on the road also that crumbled down. It broke the asphalt, and I guess from the rains, and they put cones. They didn't repair it. So imagine driving in at night, and if you're close to the side and you don't see that boulder, you're gonna hit it. They need to keep up these roads. This is the only road in on the west side. There's no other way. It's incredible. Yeah, here's a car coming. So we got another 35 miles. It's gonna take about an hour to get up there. And here's another boulder. More cones. They need to come in with a backhoe and just scoop that, roll it, you know, push it over and roll it down. I'm gonna go by my friend's cabin, see if it's there. It's not too far from where I'm planning on camping. And he usually comes in on a Thursday, and today is Friday. Okay, so I stopped for a minute to stretch my legs because I'm stiff. I'm not as flexible as I used to. Here's a fire pit. It's a good area for a nice camp. It's pretty high up. A lot of good firewood here too. I should take some of that. Yep, I'll take a few. And let me give you a view of the top here. I still gotta go up higher. I'm about 7,500 feet right now. So this is a good hunting area if you have the knees for it, the legs. This area is huge. I've been hunting here for over 30 years. And I've never hunted all of it because it's so big. I like to explore more, but being that the gas is the way it is, I have to limit my excursions, go to the spots that I know and hunt there, which I've seen deer in the areas that I've gone. So the plan is that I got 2 tags. The first tag opens tomorrow, and the second tag opens the following weekend. So I'm gonna hunt both. I'm gonna stay up here for a week and a half or so, maybe 2 weeks, and explore. I got enough gas now. I filled it up down in Bakersfield. Ah, there's a nice little stream, nice and quiet. Now, being that it rained, it snowed a lot. There's water on the streams. That limits your chances of finding a spot where you can hunt as far as limited sources of water. Because if you say, okay, this is dry, that's dry, this is wet, okay, they're going to come here, you can kind of be off a couple of 100 yards and wait it out and see if you get lucky. But now every stream has water, so the deer has a lot of other places to drink. So you can't just sit by a stream and wait. It's not going to work out that way. But yeah, man, I love to climb. I love to, when I was younger, I was a goat. Even my brother-in-law says, I'm impressed because I got my limitations, but still, I will get the rifle and go. And one time we were pig hunting and I went up this hill and brother-in-law goes, man, how can you do that? I said, well, when there's a will. But now, being that I'm in my 60s, approaching my 70s, can't do it no more. Love to do it, but can't do it no more. So I got my pain pills and I got my cramp pills and everything else. I need a little bit of help. All right, let's get going. Later. Okay, so I always pass these small dirt roads and I decided to explore this one. I don't think it's a long one. Because you have to, add to your options. Oh, this is they said it's a dead end for road material and discarded trees. And there's some gravel. So I did say it was a short road. It's very short, but you can camp here. You can pull off to the side. There's a little fire pit over there with a sitting log, and you can hunt up in there. This road is not even mentioned on the map. It doesn't say a road, a road number. It's just an off cut, a side cut. I mean, to bring in materials when they need to do some repairs, and they'll come and pick it up here. They don't have to bring it from town, which it's a good idea. All right, let's continue. Let's keep going up. And I was looking at that road that I wanted to take with the quad, and it does continue. It cuts off behind the trees, and I saw it from a different angle, so I can go up to the top and walk up there. In fact, I can go with the quad in my backpack and camp up there, nice and quiet. Don't make any noise, and don't cook anything with smell, with aroma. No eggs or anything. Bacon, and maybe you can come up to a deer. Now, the next best thing would be to go into the cutoff that I just came out of. Park there, which is plenty of room. Drive down with the quad down the road, and then go up that trail and hunt that. It's not that far. It's about 1.5 miles, no more than that, to get to the trail. I see it from here. So that's another option. Yeah. So you gotta explore the areas and have a plan to when you're coming next. If you want to go into a different spot, you gotta check it out. And basically, I used to do a lot of scouting before hunting, but being that I've been coming here for so many years, I know the area fairly well. Like this area, it's I think it's bigger than LA County. Yeah, it is. It's huge. All right, let's continue. Okay, I got to my destination, and I got here just in time because down the road, about half a mile, there's a couple of trucks, and I was crossing my fingers. I was saying, don't take my spot, don't take my spot. So this is my spot. I've been coming here for years, and this one I'm gonna pop it, camper, and get myself comfortable. Maybe do a little lunch. It's 1:30. I went by my friend's cabin. I didn't video because I don't know if he wanted me to video. I didn't even ask him. Talked for a while, and here's the view. And I'm gonna be hunting that way and that way. There's an old trail back in there. So now when I first found this trail, this camp, before finding this spot, I was driving with my Blazer up the road here, which is a dead end, and we stopped halfway, and we saw coming out of this this gully here, and a 6-pointer and an 8-pointer, and they just stood there and turned around and looked, and we didn't have our guns. We kind of like trying to reconnoiter the area and look around. The guns were back in the truck. We just got here like a day before. I wasn't opening the opening, I guess. Otherwise I would have run to the truck and get the gun. There's all these trees are new up in the ridge up there, and they're pretty. They used to be really small. I think they were planted. They call it experimental forest or something. So, and I seen guys climbing up in that area, but the deer come from the bottom and they use the lowland, which is easier than climb over. So they come in the low gully, and it's gradual climb, and then boom, they show up there on the top of the ridge. Okay, let me set up. I gotta get the other battery, start charging this one. I'm gonna pop the trailer and organize its side. It's a little messy. All this stuff is done on the floor. All right, guys, later. Okay, so I unloaded the firewood and put it there in the fire pit, and it's a little windy. I don't know if I'm gonna light it up, but I have an extra shield that I put on top of it. So it's got the rocks, and on top of it, it's got the other shield. And it's gonna be a small fire if I do. I'm not gonna do a rearing, you know. And I'm not doing it tonight. I'm doing it like in 2-3 nights when I'm leaving, because I don't want to stink up with smoke, you know. Then I gotta take a shower and go to the next zone. So I got a little bit of a mess. I sleep here with the roof down, with the pop down, because I don't want to be popping it up and down. So when I went to the truck stop, I don't think I video there. I just came in here, opened up the sleeping bag, moved some things around, You know, I got the backpack over here, and I have the room to maneuver. I don't have the big cabinet in the way. I have all the stuff that was in the cabinets under here, so I'm good to go. And let me see the fridge. Everything's bounced around. I transfer the so the temperature went down to 58. So I'm gonna crank it up. I already transfer from the electrical to the propane. It'll go back up to 42. It's gonna be a couple hours before it gets there. All right, so let's crank it up. And on the pack, I have everything already, like the food and the knives and the bags and water, packets of snacks, and you know, basically the only thing missing is the sleeping bag I'm gonna stuff in there. It's got the tent and it's got the air mattress, food for about 3 days, maybe 4 if I stretch it, and I have it in the bladder. In the bladder there, I have 16 ounces of it's like a Gatorade. It's called Suero. I went to the gym, I worked out a little bit, and then I talked to one of the instructors and I said, hey, what can I drink while I'm backpacking to really replenish? Do I do Gatorade? He goes, no, there's something called Suero, which means IV in Spanish. So I bought a couple. I got one here in the cooler, and I got another one in here. I'm not gonna fill it up because what for? I got enough there to drink, go and come back. So the thing weighs 23 pounds. I was surprised. So I don't have the scale here, but with what the stuff I put in there, because it usually goes up to 39 or 42, but sometimes I overdo it. I put a lot of, you know. In fact, I got a couple of soups in there too, noodle soups. So, all right, let's get this in action going here. Oh, I put this here so it doesn't. In the truck stop, it was very lit. Put this up here, and I did this MacGyver so it could get a little ventilation going. So the light doesn't bother me during the night. I gotta put curtains on the door, or I'm gonna do the same thing with the material pool Velcro, because it was very bright in that door. All right, let's crank it up. I already undid the latches outside. I'll let you checking it out. Okay, that's it. So now, let me bring up the TV. And I can play some movies on that. There are the movies. I went and bought a few new ones. Now the only thing that the screw came off on that and broke off. I gotta fix that. The only thing that I don't have here is music, and it's kind of bothering because there's nothing to listen to as you do your thing. So the next project's gonna be a stereo CD player, because you don't get signals up here. So it's gonna have to be a CD player. And I already have one that I took off the boat, and I have the waterproof box with the base that acts like a handle, the bracket, and I'm gonna install it somewhere here. It should be there. It should be here on this side, but that means I have to run the wiring from the carpet and go and crank and and then cut in through here, you know, and then the speakers, and you know, so it's gonna have to be somewhere on this side, and it's gonna be portable. Maybe I can just put it back here facing this way. I can put in CDs, and then I already have a hole drilled in the back there, so I can go and do that. Okay, these pants, I'm gonna put this away in my bed here. I already got another pair of jeans and shorts, but I want to make room for getting crowded. These are my snow boots. Goes there. I got a few other pants that I keep for. I don't want to get dressed and camouflage when I'm out in public. And some people look at you weird. Are you in the middle? You know. Some girl asked me a long time ago, "Was I a mercenary?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a hunting outfit." Oh, okay. All right. So now. I'm going to hang up the guns so they're out of the way. So they're out of the way. And then the sleeping bag, I'm just going to tuck it in the corner. This here. And this bag is all my hunting clothing. So I usually don't put it in the closet there because I will have to lift up the thing, bring it down, lift it up. So, you know, bag is fine. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna cook something. Don't know what. Let me check my battery. 13.8, we're good to go. So I got some bread here. And I got some chicken ground beef, which is delicious. I think I'm gonna fix that and probably throw an egg in it. Do a good combo. All right, let me get prepped. I'll show you later. Okay, so I already turned on the gas. I'm gonna heat up the pan and shoot it with a little bit of spray to make it slick. Pam. Then I got some of this pre-cooked that my lady did for me, and she makes this very good, very tasty, more tasty than the regular ground beef, to be honest. So being that I'm going to be here for 2 weeks, I need to stretch it. So that should be enough for a nice sandwich. So let's heat these up. Heat up the bread a little bit. That's good enough. You know, the light here is a little dark. I got this light, but it's not really that bright. I gotta put another light in this area to light up, because I did have a light when I had the cabinet overhead, but the cabinet is not on here. So now, let's take an egg from the egg carrier. And you just toss it in there. And let's put a little bit of little salt. A little cracked pepper. Make it a little long so it fits the bread. Hot sauce and whatever, so I'm going to spice it up a little bit. That should be enough. That should do it. Woo. Thought I'd turn it off. Gotta clean that. Okay, then, since I'm gonna do the dishes, I gotta make sure that it's not sticking to it. Okay, let's wrap this. That's enough. Let it sit there, and then it's easier to clean. So there you go. Not bad. Put the eggs away. This chicken ground beef is, you know, delicious. Now to top it off, my cooler's still doing good. But this is only the first day. I know I'm gonna be out of ice in a couple of days, but it is what it is. Then I can transfer the stuff to the refrigerator. And let me push this in. That's one thing about this camper. You can't have big coolers in here because you'll be moving it back and forth constantly. Okay, that's it for now. Woo. Now, for the past 2 years, I've been using this little tool that it has everything. In fact, I bought one for my friend. I'm gonna send it to him. He's in Florida. And I'm gonna write the card that says the tool that you would always use. So it includes little pair of pliers. It's got the usual blade and the little scissors and the you know, but it has a bottle opener. That's a big plus. You don't have to start looking for anything. And there it is. Salud. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, let me lay down and relax. Later.